With almost 10 murders in the new year, is San Miguel de Allende still a safe place to be? Welcome back to 7997. We are your hosts, Chris and Jackie, and as always, here to get closer to each other and closer to everyone out there.
So hey guys, long time no regularcy. Y'all been seeing us feed our faces.
Yeah, we got no food in this one, sorry.
Right.
So this time we're talking about sort of a recent, I guess, I don't want to say killing spree, because that may make it seem a little bit more than what it actually is.
Yeah, please don't use that word.
Just a lot of murders that happened in a short time. And, in San Miguel, this isn't a place where you typically hear about a whole lot of crime. Mm-hmm. Not violent crime. Petty crime for sure. But violent crime, not a whole lot of. It's always talked about in secrecy about being, a safe zone. And, they keep their family here. The cartel will keep their family here because it's safer than any place else. But around the new year, there was just this sort of outbreak of killings just happening.
Popped off a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
I think it was even up to like 5 in one day at one point. Mm-hmm. It's probably somewhere around, 10 to 12 now. It's definitely slowed down. It's not, 5 a day anymore, thankfully. But it kind of makes you think, part of the reason a lot of people come here to San Miguel in particular is because it feels safe. Mm-hmm. You see plenty of police patrol all the time. Rolling up and down the streets. You don't hear a whole lot of, gunshots. You hear plenty of fireworks. So maybe the fireworks, the gunshots, you can't tell the difference sometimes. I don't know. But I think, at least for myself, I know probably for you a little bit as well, just thinking about, when these killings start happening, you start thinking about, am I safe? Mm-hmm. Is it still safe here? Are things changing? Is the cartel finally found us? Is the safe zone lifted or whatever? I don't know.
Right. It definitely felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And familiar. For the familiar uncomfortableness. I don't know how else to say it, but it was, it didn't feel nice.
Yeah.
It didn't feel good. Not that we've been walking around, with our head in the clouds, you know what I mean? But even with that uptick in danger is still nothing compared to the States.
Yeah.
Not even close, right?
Yeah.
But just knowing the kind of crime, the murders, and them hitting so close, like one was near the hospital that we live by, so that was very uncomfortable. Our son was here during that time too, so Miles was here, and he is very much like his mother. He can't sit still, so he just had to, I can't help it, I've got to go find a taco, find a tamale or something. So it's like, is he going to be safe? That I really hated feeling that way.
Yeah. And it's like, even we lived in Baltimore for, 8 years. Obviously, absolutely nothing compares to living in Baltimore. But still, when your status quo is kind of put, out of whack a little bit, you still start worrying a little bit. Mm-hmm. But when you look into sort of the individual murders that happened, they were all very targeted. They were, a whole lot of bullets into one person, not necessarily spraying up the block for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Nothing random.
Didn't seem very random.
Right.
But also on the flip side of that, we don't have a whole lot of information. I don't know if there is a local news organization that really investigates these things closely. I have no idea what it is, if it's out there. Kind of the information we do get is from Facebook. There's a couple of accounts that really just kind of
trolls the events of the day, right?
Right.
And, traffic accidents.
Normal neighborhood people will give them reports and they just put up whatever the person says. So who knows how accurate that is?
Correct.
All we know is that there's a body on the street.
Right. And then, of course, the follow-up.
Yeah.
Because we would love to know what, the outcome of those things.
Right. Because all you really get is, one person was shot 10 times on this corner in this neighborhood. They'll have pictures of the body on the ground, but that's the end of the story. You don't hear anything else about it to really get any background on what happened.
Exactly.
So a lot of that just kind of gets thrown up in the air of okay, maybe it was drug related, maybe somebody had a beef, maybe it was rival gangs or something. Who knows? It could have been, a lover's quarrel. Who knows exactly what happened? But a lot of those neighborhoods it was in, one was in a neighborhood for a house that we went and looked at, and when we went through the neighborhood, we knew we did not want to be in that neighborhood. There was one recently actually in San Antonio, which is a very popular neighborhood. It was supposedly somebody who was mentally disturbed, and he's just shooting off into the neighborhood. Didn't really hit anybody or anything, but
I didn't hear about that one. Did you hear about the the transport shuttle van.
Yeah, the one
On
that
the
got
way.
robbed, and yeah.
So that was a robbery on the way
That's
from
what I've heard.
Cienega?
Again, like it's all rumors. Like on the way back from, I think
Was it-
Leon Airport it was.
Okay, yeah.
And somebody got stopped and was robbed, and someone got killed in that exchange.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was, purely a robbery, or if somebody knew that they were coming from there and wanted to get those particular people that day.
Right, that's part of the backdrop of the story.
Yeah.
Because the cartel, it's like you don't know who these people are.
Right.
And it can really make you feel unsettled. But to know details would be really interesting and I think very helpful. Because you don't know who was in that van. And the powers that be might have been like, oh, they come in, they're on their way.
Yeah.
They're in this van.
Yeah.
And took care of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't know if it's a beef or if it's random violence,
Yeah.
which we have not really seen
Right.
or heard about. Random violence.
Yeah.
So it really rattles the nerves a little bit.
Yeah. But I think as long as you sort of compare it to where you came from as to where you are now, I don't think we necessarily expected it to be free from crime here, obviously,
Right.
because you're on planet Earth.
Exactly.
No matter how isolated you are, there's a crime somewhere happening.
Correct. Correct.
So, kind of have it happen in such a, I think, compressed timeline, I think was kind of worrying. And thinking, had the floodgates open here in San Miguel. It's definitely slowed down recently, and definitely
Thank God,
going out on a
right.
day-to-day basis, you did not feel it. Like it wasn't like extra fear in the streets. It wasn't
Right.
people feeling like they were scared or hiding in their house.
Right.
It doesn't really feel like it was at your front door either.
Right.
Though I'm sure some people here, maybe it was at your front door.
Right,
Unfortunately. But I will say, while it is fearful in the moment, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. Any loss of life is a big deal.
You're talking about the numbers like per capita.
The numbers per capita, right. So like, that might be the biggest, stint of killing that happens this year. It may be pretty quiet for the rest of the year, hopefully. So yeah, like when I start thinking about would I let this change my perspective of San Miguel, or maybe want to get up and move or go someplace else, I can't say that it's, bad enough to any extent to want to change
To
plans
move,
or
right.
move. Or,
Right.
because again,
definitely.
where do you go to escape violence anywhere?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's always going to be something that happens. But I will say it rattled my nerves. It broke my heart, because you really do not. It's not necessarily about me feeling safe, me, Jackie, but everyone deserves that right to be able to walk on, in their neighborhood, in their community, without the fear of being harmed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone deserves that right. Now, because we know that folks are out there who may want to hurt you for whatever reason, or you could be in the crosshairs, just
Between somebody else.
yeah, innocent bystander kind of situation. You should make sure you understand where you are, know your surroundings, be wise. You're not going out for tacos at 3 a.m. Taco can wait, you know what I mean, or whatever. Not leaving the front gate open.
Some folks feel a little bit too safe and want to just leave doors wide open. We don't live in Mayberry. Maybe it's the Mayberry version of Mexico. But
Right.
It's not Mayberry.
Right. So yeah. I definitely still, if we're only talking about that one subject,
Yeah.
no, the violence here is still nothing compared
Yeah.
to the States.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. So I just wanted to quickly talk about this. I don't think we have to go too long about it, but I really wanted to make sure that folks who may be getting information about this violence coming out of San Miguel don't feel like, this is a deal breaker. This is, I can't come to San Miguel
Right.
now. It's
We are not on the
changed.
list,
It's not.
do not visit kind of list.
Well, the whole state of Guanajuato is on the State Department do not visit list.
Really?
But,
I didn't
yeah,
see that.
because of Celaya and Irapuato in
Oh, okay.
particular.
Okay.
So, Celaya is 45 minutes from here. Irapuato is maybe an hour and a half in another direction
Okay.
from here. So, in the state as a whole,
Okay.
you should be careful depending on what cities you're in and what time
Okay.
that you're there.
Right.
San Miguel is not one of those
Yeah,
places.
it's not that.
Just yet, thankfully.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure you guys have good information, what the tone and the feel is actually on the ground in San Miguel. And we're not here, you know, in the house with the windows boarded up and feel like we're scared of what's going on outside.
People are still traveling
We're
here.
still doing the same things we do every day.
Yeah. Busy in the city.
Yes.
We were out recently for Valentine's weekend. Good amount of traffic.
Yeah.
A lot of visitors, a lot of out-of-state tags. So
Yeah.
a lot of, American, Canadian. I think I saw some Asian visitors. So people are still coming here. And
Absolutely.
it is very, very, very safe still, even
Yeah.
with the past, challenges for the past couple of weeks or whatever.
Yeah. So if it's still on your plan to maybe make a trip down to San Miguel or relocate to Mexico in general, as always, we love to offer our personal advice. We do offer consultation services. You can check that out at 7997.life to get that information. And as always, we're here to help. So, cuídate, here is Garce.
Yeah. Y'all be good. And be good to each other.
Take care and take a chance.
Oh.
What?
It's a boy.
Yeah, I guess this is the public video. We have announced to the members that, the grandchild coming is a boy.
It's a boy.
So if you stuck around this far through all the violence, you get a little treat at the end of happiness that we have a baby boy coming in June, July, May, depending on when baby feel like they want to show up.
Wow, you got to spread all out.
Sometimes a little early, sometimes a little
help us,
late.
Lord. The baby is due first week of June. And yeah, we found out yesterday it's a boy. Oh, all the body slams. Oh my goodness. And tickles is coming. That was going to happen with this girl anyway. But
Abuelito.
Abuelito. So yes, thank y'all for sharing. And we've had folks stop us on the street and text us congratulations. So thank y'all for all that love, because we are, with the young people, I'm stoked. Was it the young Californians? I'm stoked.
I think anybody says
No one says stoked anymore.
No.
Well, we're excited, crazy excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, thank y'all.
See
Y'all
you
be
guys
safe.
next time. Peace.